Alright. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Sorry that I'm late as fucking shit. I literally have to go to fucking bed soon. That's how late I am. So, I apologize for that. I'll explain more in a second. Real quick, just want to give a quick shout out to everyone over on Kick. We just hit, 61 followers over on Kick. Um, this week. So thank you to everyone on there. A lot of them are bots for some reason, so don't get me wrong, but for those of you that are real, thank you so much. Excuse me. Sorry that I can't read both chats. Excuse me at the same time. Forgive me, I can't edit that out. But yeah, shout out to everyone over on Kick. You guys are crushing the following game, so thank you. And to everyone on YouTube, thank you as well for all the support on the No Man's Sky content over the past week or two, I think it's been. So thank you guys so much, honestly. I really only came in to check out the update, and then I forgot how much I actually enjoy the experience. I think this is officially the furthest I've ever made it on a hardcore like playthrough, so that's cool to know. Because usually I always fucking die when I get to my first pirate battle to like defend a freighter and whatnot. Because you have to take down like 8 pirates and then take down like a dreadnought capital ship before that teleports away. So usually that's when I die, and that usually happens within your first like couple hours. If you're playing it normally. I do it more like Minecraft style, just because I'm more of like a survival type of guy, which is why it's at hardcore in the first place. But yeah, thank you all for the support on the series. You guys have been fucking crushing it, and I can't thank you guys enough, honestly. I think my Game Pass runs out in the next like 24 hours, so the content will slow down a little bit. I may have enough, I'm not entirely sure, but we do have to get back to our 12-year celebration before it turns into the 13th year fucking celebration. So, anyway, real quick, I just want to mention the fact that the reason I'm so fucking late today and so busy today is I was doing a lot of bank stuff today, okay? It took many hours. Honestly, I've been spending all my week fucking doing that. I didn't think it was going to take this fucking long. But it's not as easy as just call the bank and make an account. It's not that simple. I thought it was. It's not. So, needless to say, I have an appointment tomorrow afternoon, like 2 p.m.-ish. So I probably won't have an early stream to do. Because I can't be late for that, because that's the only time available, aside from like next week, I guess. But I don't want to wait that long. It's with a different bank this time, as well. Because my bank actually has to run a credit check to open up a business account. And yeah, they care about your credit score. I told him about it and whatnot in my circumstances, and he was like, "Yeah, you probably won't be able to." So then I was immediately after that, I was like, "Is that the same for all banks?" And he was like, "Every bank's different." And sure enough, the next best option is different. They do check your credit file. They don't care about your credit score, though. It's more of to see, like, do you owe tens of thousands of fucking dollars to people? Which I don't, so I'm not too worried about that, honestly. I won't say what bank it's with because I don't want to do that. I don't have an opinion when it comes to banks, honestly. I think the bank I'm with, no offense to them, is not the best. It's not the greatest. Um, I don't find them to be too good, and I don't find their customer service to be too good either. Once I call them to ask how much is in my account because I can't do mobile banking, and I haven't been able to fucking do mobile banking for like over a goddamn year because I fucking broke my phone. I really need to stop doing that, by the way. That's like the first thing I do when I hit my fucking breaking point, dude. The first thing to fucking break is my phone. I don't know why, and I need to stop doing it. It's probably because, um, usually when that happens, is usually my dad. Let's just be honest. That hits that point most of the time. Um, and my ex that one time, I guess. But uh, yeah, no, he pissed me off a lot, and then like he would start texting me after like bitching at me and shit. You know, bitching is an understatement, honestly, because he does get physical at times. He doesn't live here anymore, so there's nothing much to worry about. But I think that's just genuinely why my phone's the first thing I think of. Because like all I think when I hit that point is don't talk to me and also give me some fucking space. Like give me hours or even give me like the next 24 hours just to fucking calm down a little bit because you've pissed me ass more than anyone fucking is able to. Essentially, it takes a lot to get me to that point, but he can get there like a fucking highway, dude. It's crazy. Most people can't do that. Usually, it takes like fucking years to get to that point of like pissing me off, like at least once a week for like years straight. You know, I don't hit that point very often, but then I'm kind of thinking about it. I think that's why I break my phone first, is so people can't fucking text me anymore. Which fucking sucks, because I need to stop fucking doing that, dude. I've done that like 4 times in the since after high school, basically. Um, yeah, it's a problem. Hey, at least I'm not like beating people up though, I guess, so that's good. You know? I've never like hit anyone, including my ex. She punched me like 10 times in the face though. Do y'all remember that story? Like a couple days before I left, when she just actually I think it might have been the night before I left, forever. When she just punched me in the fucking face like 10 times. Same spot too. Honestly, um, I don't say this to brag, but she was kind of weak, so I didn't really feel much when that happens. But I did not swing back, even though I very well could have. I had every right to fucking swing back. Don't get me wrong, but I did not. I just put her hands behind her back and then threw her onto the bed. And then I was like, enough's enough. Fucking stop this shit. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back. You're never going to see me again. And that was that. And sure enough, fucking that same night, there's another fucking dude in my bed that she invited over. So, you know, as much as I wish I did swing back, I didn't. So, you know, I'm able to control my anger in that regard. Um, but yeah, whenever I hit my fucking breaking point, dude, I just keep breaking my fucking phones, and I need to stop fucking doing that. Because then I can't get fucking phone codes to verify myself, which is why I can't even log into fucking Twitch. And, you know, shit like that. And then I can't do, like, online banking, which is fucking annoying. The only way to actually see how much is in my account is to either call them, which, honestly, is not too difficult. It's very depressing when they're like, there's like $2 in your account, then I'm like, great. Now you know that too. Awesome. But then the only other way to know that is to fucking go to the bank itself. And no one wants to fucking do that anymore. That's why fucking mobile banking was fucking invented anyways. But what I would also do was like pull out $20. If I didn't want to go all the way to my bank, because that's like a whole ass bus ride to get there, versus like another bank that's just up the road. Not my bank, a different bank, but I'd pull out like $20, then it tells me how much is left in my account. If you get the receipt afterwards. So yeah. I have a meeting at 2 p.m. tomorrow with a different bank than my actual bank. And lucky for me, they're actually in the same fucking spot. They're like right beside each other. So that makes my life so much fucking easier. Like if I have money sent to my personal account that I want to put in my business account, I just walk like 10 steps. You know, I think it's pretty sick. Until I move, I guess, whenever that happens. because that'd be my home branch, and if I'm like in the middle of the fucking city or some shit at some point, it's gonna be an inconvenience to have to come like all the way out this far just to go to my bank. But it is what it is. Um, I do like them. The two people I talked to were very nice. I was talking to one guy um, to set up an account, and then we got to like the mobile banking part. You know, I'm using a fucking old ass iPhone 7, so I can't even download the app itself. So then he was like, "Okay, I'll book a meeting for you," and I was like, "Cool, that's probably better." And then all of a sudden, it like hung up in the middle of him like setting up my profile. So immediately, I'm like, "The fuck just happened?" So then I called the closest banking branch for that bank, the one that's my home branch. And I called them up, and I was like, "Hey, I was just trying to set up a fucking business account, and he was in the middle of making a profile, and all of a sudden the call just kind of ended. So like, can we? Is there a profile for that? Like, am I booked already?" The Ghost of Space. Hello, how's it going? That's a crazy name, by the way. I kind of want to know. I want to know your lore already, just off that name, dude. You should watch the entire No Man's Sky playlist with a name like that. That's crazy. Sorry, it got sidetracked. um, so yeah, then I called the second person, and he was like, "There's no profile for you yet," and I was like, "That's probably fine." The call ended literally like 3 minutes ago, so I'm like, I'm not too worried about that. So we just ran over the whole shebang again to set up that, and yeah, so I have a meeting at 2 p.m. to set up a business account. Hopefully, there is other banks to choose from if this also falls through. So I fucking refuse to give up. But I'm literally 2 steps away from getting the business funding I've been trying to get for the past like 60 days now. Um, for some of you who don't know why that's important, I guess I'll explain that real quick. So if you're starting up a business of fucking any kind, let's just be honest here, okay? You need money, okay? You need money to put into it. But here's the problem. Most people have the money to like invest into their own business and company and whatnot, but they don't have the time to actually, build a business. I was fortunate enough to be in the opposite position. I have the time, and I'm able to like pay my rent and all that stuff, get that covered, get the bare minimum fucking done, and I have the time to be able to spend building up this business. But I don't have the money, which means I literally can't get clients right now until I pay my subscription, which is really all I need, but I want to have enough money to be able to have like advertising and all that stuff, an accountant for tax purposes and to handle payroll, I want a lawyer to make sure I'm not getting into fucking shit with the government, because that wouldn't be good. Yeah, especially when I want to accept like American clients and stuff like that. Whenever I go outside of the country, I'm gonna need a lawyer for that to sort of explain that shit to me, because fuck going to fucking like university for like 8 years just to learn this shit myself. I don't have that kind of time. Okay. I'm not going to fucking school for 8 years to fucking learn something that I probably need to know versus just hiring someone that already did that. Hate me if you fucking want to, but that's just the way it is. I don't even know if I have fucking 5 years left in me, to be honest. Like, fuck. 8 years is a long time. 10 years is even longer. So, yeah, that's the main reason why I'm trying to get all of this stuff. Also to upgrade all my equipment as well. Obviously, my phone is outdated to the point I can't even download the banking app that I needed today. So, yeah, I need a new phone and a phone plan. And then I'm also going to need like a fucking faster computer because this shit fucking sucks ass. I'm not even gonna sell this shit, dude. This shit ain't worth it. My computer sucks, dude. I played No Man's Sky a decent bit. Someone called me a ghost in No Man's Sky. It just stuck. By the way, don't take Debit? Is that debt or debit, dude? I'm confused. Also, that's kind of sick that you got your name from No Man's Sky, dude. That's fucking awesome. I don't know what they meant by You're a Ghost. Not entirely sure what they meant by that, but I find that pretty fucking sick, dude. That's awesome. I haven't made it far in No Man's Sky ever, to be honest, because I do it on hardcore. So I never even met this Artemis person before, which we might be able to do today, depending on how sidetracked I get. But no, I just genuinely do like No Man's Sky. Especially now, with all the updates it's had. I think I got into it last year, is when I first, like, gave it a proper shot. Because I did have it on my computer back in, like, 2018, but I don't have my computer anymore, so I don't have my Steam library anymore. Not that I remember my password for that. But there's something about it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, dude. Like, if you don't like survival games, not to say No Man's Sky is a survival game. That's more of like a second thought, to be honest. It's more about exploration, but it's kind of got like the whole Minecraft thing going on, you know? Like, there is a story you can do that realistically won't take you that long, but you can also, like, explore and build things and craft stuff and see what's out there and whatnot, you know? Not everyone loves that, but I do. And I just think No Man's Sky does it better, because it's not even just one universe. There's, like, I don't even know how many, but, like, there's, like, 500 or more full-on universes to explore, like galaxies, basically. Universes? The galaxy is like the Milky Way galaxy, right? Yeah, okay. There's like over 500 fucking universes, all with like trillions of fucking galaxies to go to, dude. And yes, at least in the main galaxy, universe, sorry, rather, because I never actually left before. Yes, you know, to be fair, a lot of the stuff is pretty samey. You know, the really only difference is like recolored animals at times, or like, you know, some of the plants might look a little different. There's like, you know, like tiny mushrooms, big mushrooms, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, people can get quite bored of it rather quickly. And I do understand that, you know. I don't know if you could play this for like years, unless you just like exploring and building and whatnot, but yeah, you know, there is some repetitivity to it, despite it being literally just infinite. You know, they cut some corners. Some of the stuff is very similar, but I think since Worlds Part 2 has come out this year, it's just a lot better overall. You don't run into the same stuff as often, which is a good change of pace. And the Corvette update is fucking awesome. Sneak stuff down to bases that were my friends. I don't know if I'm reading that right. It's endless. No actual limit. I mean, there is technically a limit, which is impossible to actually get there. Oh, you mean for the universes? Oh, wait, actually? I thought there was only like a certain amount. Because, spoilers for anyone that doesn't know, I technically haven't been there myself, so if you don't want to hear this, you know. But I know when you get to the center of the universe, I don't know what happens exactly, but you have the choice between like 4 different colors of like a new galaxy or the universes to create. And then I read somewhere online, I think it may have been from a video, that it just goes deeper and deeper. So like if you go to like the blue one, and then you make it to the center of that one, then you can go deeper into the blue one, and there's just like more and more and more. But I thought there was like a limit to that. I think it was like 55, maybe like more than that. I don't know, but but yeah, it is just impossible to see everything, and a lot of people don't like that. a lot of people are like, what's the point if you can't see everything? And that's the entire purpose of No Man's Sky, dude. That's like the whole thing. It's like, yeah, what is the point? What's the point of fucking life to you? Don't figure it out. Find a reason. Make your own purpose. Or be like me and probably get to the end and then not really know what to do until like a new update comes out. Because when we do make it to the center and we do have that option, I don't know what's gonna happen after that. Maybe the story continues. Maybe there's more story than I know. I'm just under the impression everything just kind of resets itself. Like you're in the new universe and everything, but it's like the same type of thing going on. Like learn a bunch of new words. Travel to the center and whatnot. I could be 100% fucking wrong though. Okay, I've never actually been there before. I've never met Artemis before, so I have many hours. I just haven't made it very far. I spent a lot of my time exploring and finding new things, and at some point building like my first starter base, just because I like to do that. I guess with the Corvettes, you don't really have to do that anymore, but I still like to do it anyways. And then whenever I unlock all the fucking, furnishings and whatnot, that's when I'm like, okay, I gotta find like my permanent location. But maybe I'm just doing it wrong, Maybe that should come after. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. Go to the galaxy maps at the end. There's purple galaxies. Master Corvette build, eh? Oh, dude, we should do like a Corvette video at some point with the community. You know how people do like fucking those like Warframe like skin things where you like the fashion stuff? We should do that with No Man's Sky. We should like show off our ships and shit with each other. That'd be fucking sick. Obviously, when I was doing the expedition, if you have like even just 2 Corvettes that are fucking massive, the game likes to break. Maybe we could do it on a planet too, I guess. I don't know. If you guys want that, let me know. It's kind of hard to know because I post so many fucking videos all the time, People that don't watch this one are probably going to watch the next one, or if they watch this one, they might not see the next one. It's kind of hard to tell people shit sometimes, but I might make it that like an official post, honestly. Maybe Hello Games can sponsor me for that. Ooh, dude. I know I haven't even made it halfway through the fucking story at any point, but I think that'd be cool. They're sponsoring people that have never fucking played before, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why people do that. Warframe does that too, where they just promote a bunch of content creators as like an ad, obviously to get it seen better. But like most of these people, they never make a second video until they're sponsored again. So yeah, maybe I'll email them, dude. That'd be fucking sick to do like Corvette videos. Like I don't know, once a week, once a month, especially when they add like new parts and stuff. Because I think they just added like 1 or 2 more pieces today. And you can now change the color of everything, which is dope. But dude, that'd be such a sick thing to do. We could turn it into like a contest too. Oh, bro, yeah, absolutely. If I get the fucking business funding I'm trying to get next week, because it's probably gonna be like Monday or Tuesday when I get my answer for that, depending on how long the bank takes. We should absolutely look into that, dude. We should look into that. I'll make it like a contest. That'd be sick. My door to mine stopped working, and you have to reload the game. Yeah, that's a problem. Still is. I don't know if they fixed that today. Obviously, I'll find out if I fucking shut up at any point. But, yeah, no, that is happening for everyone. It really, I don't know the reason for it. I personally feel like it's just kind of randomly. Because, like, I would try warping, I would try portals, I would try just opening and closing it a bunch of times, or going to space stations, and not everything broke it all the time. It just kind of just randomly happens. So yeah, reloading, really the only way to fix that problem. Um, if you, what I learned to do, because it was just happening often enough to the point I was like, fuck it. If the door is left open, which is usually the case for me, just land your ship, basically. And then it, you don't have to worry about it anymore. The problem's still there? Okay. Well, they'll probably fix that for next update. They've been doing a lot of bug fixes, dude. I don't know how Corvettes fucked everything up so bad. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it's the Corvettes themselves. I think it's like the spacewalking element. Because it's like a whole new boundary you're allowed to go into. And I think that's just kind of absolutely fucking everything. But, give them time. They know what they're doing. They survived this long. I trust the process. And, it's not bad enough anymore to the point like it's unplayable. When this update came out, has it been 3 weeks? It's about to be 3 weeks. I'll just say 3 weeks. When the update came out 3 weeks ago, it was very bad. If you were there day one, it was fucking rough. You couldn't do a lot of things, and people would get stuck, dude. It was pretty bad. But they fixed those within like a couple of days. They're pretty good for fixing like the very big problems, and then they spend the next like month or two sort of ironing out everything. And then they talk about their like next big update and whatnot. I don't know when Light No Fire is supposed to come out, but I hope that doesn't impact the updates at all because, they've had many, 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 many updates. And I've seen, probably less than even half of what this shit has to offer, to be honest, but still, at least to me, a gaming perspective, I don't... Sorry, everything's fucking breaking because my shit sucks. We have hit that point. That I apologize. If it slows down, if there's any skipping and whatnot, it's not you. It's literally me and my shitty computer. So, yeah, don't worry about it. It's not you. Usually I try to stop talking when it sort of cuts out like that. Anyway, yeah, even with all their updates and whatnot, I feel like there is still like a lack of things to do. Kinda. I'm not saying that as in like you'll get bored in your first couple hours. Like, I don't mean it that way. I just mean if you're someone that's trying to like do a lot of things and see a lot of things, at some point, like, if you take the time to unlock everything and whatnot, and you've done like, freighters and all that shit, upgraded all your bases and whatnot, then it's kind of like, what do you do? Like, do you want to go like 500 plus feet underwater into the ocean? Sure, you could do that. Is there a point in doing that? Not really. Is there going to be like a deep sea creature you've never seen before? Probably not. Unless you get like really lucky on a planet or something, I guess. But again, I could be wrong, but that's sort of the way I'm feeling. But I have run through the beginning of the game so many fucking different times. So that could just be a symptom of that. And maybe I've been times, and there's a whole world out there that I've never seen before. Maybe world is not the right word to use for that game about exploring different planets, but you get the point I'm trying to make, I just, I hope with the new game that they're working on that the updates don't get worse, essentially. Kind of like Fortnite. That's what happened to Fortnite. Fortnite has like 8 different like official game modes, all with their own like updates and like storylines and all that shit, dude. Which means like the main thing, the main battle royale experience doesn't get the same love it used to. And I think that's kind of a shame. Even the graphics got kind of worse. Make sure all this shit works. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what else I can mention about that. I guess I could give my opinion on Light No Fire. I've only seen like a trailer or two. But basically, Hello Games' second game, uses like the No Man's Sky engine and whatnot, obviously. But the whole idea is that you're on like a planet, which is roughly about the size of Earth, but they made it like full scale. Like, if you wanted to go to like the North Pole, it's going to take you hours upon fucking hours to actually get there. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know how it's gonna work if there's like millions of people, but I mean the fucking Earth works with fucking billions of people, so it'll probably work. So yeah, think of No Man's Sky mixed with like Rust, but like the whole actual size of the Earth, essentially, which is going to be really cool for all the like nerdy shit that's going to happen. When they build like capital cities and shit, I think that's going to be fucking awesome. But yeah, that might have the same issue, where it's like after a certain point, what do you really do? You know, do you want to travel the entire fucking Earth? Go for it. Is there a point? Probably not. Other than just to go to no man's land, if you will. But yeah, that's their whole idea behind that. Is a entire fucking Earth-sized experience. Just one. But I think that's pretty ambitious, dude. No one's ever done that before either. Aside from Flight Simulator, I guess. Technically, using Google Map and whatnot. They're the only ones that have really done that, but come on. Is that really the same? Probably not. But yeah, it looks cool. It's got dragons. I like dragons. There are personal missions you can do from buildings on planet. Bounty hunting, pirates, settlements. Light No Fire is getting something like Corvettes for ships. Oh, Light No Fire is getting ships? Oh, okay. Thank God, dude. I thought you just had to like run around on horses and like fly dragons and shit. Okay, so maybe it won't take hours upon hours upon hours upon hours to actually get to somewhere further on the planet. It still will probably take a bit of time, but that's cool though. I didn't know that. Also, yeah, I do know about some of the other missions. I kind of forget to talk about those, especially like settlements. I find that to be pretty rare sometimes to actually find one of those. Bounty hunting and pirates. I don't actually know what that means. Is there actually like bounty hunting? Can I hunt people down? Is that a thing? Don't know what you mean by pirates. Fighting pirates? Yeah. Pirate systems? Yeah. Being a pirate? Maybe? Is there missions for that? Oh, I don't know if I want to be a pirate, dude. I die too fucking often when I even get into a fucking space fight. Until the Corvettes. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's why we survived this long, which is officially the longest, I think. Just because of the Corvette. The maneuverability, not the greatest compared to like an S-class ship, you know. Because it's only a C-class, and I can only make it so good until I learn how to actually make a ship properly. But in terms of weapons, though, and survivability, much better than your starter ship, or even like a C-class ship that you buy. Because, again, I play in hardcore, everything's turned to fucking hard, so I would constantly always die when I get to my first freighter fight, which for most people happens within like their first like 3 to 4 hours, typically. And I would just keep fucking dying over and over and over again. That's why I took a break for so long, because I was like, God, this is going to turn into fucking Terraria where I can't even make it to the first boss fight. But yeah, when I killed my first walker on this playthrough so far, that was a couple days ago, I think. That's when I was like, yeah, this life does feel different. And then I'm pretty sure I said, fuck it, I want to start a forever fucking thing. Because I keep starting over. Even if it's been a while and I haven't died yet, I fucking start over anyways. And I fucking hate myself for doing that all the time. So that's why I was like, you know what? What if we try to do like a hardcore challenge, but also try to make it like a forever series? You know? I don't want to do expeditions on the main account, but that is sort of my thought process with this new life that we started this week. Because I find this game to be too easy in terms of like trying to survive, you know? If you want to get really rich and get a bunch of S-class stuff, you could do that on your first fucking planet, honestly, if you wanted to, like your starting planet. You realistically could do that on that planet, let's just be honest. I just didn't like to do that, you know? And then I was like, maybe I should only get the upgrades that, like, are the same rank as my ship or multi-tool? And then at some point, I was like, fuck it, I want an S-class jetpack. So I just gotta switch my own rule on myself randomly. But yeah, that's kind of the main reason why I do that at the start, instead of just grinding for S-class stuff, because if I have S-class everything, I have millions of fucking dollars, I have an S-class ship, I have an S-class multi-tool. The fuck else am I supposed to do? Other than the story. And maybe build a base, maybe do some, like, Quicksilver missions. But, like, at that point, what do you do? Like, honest to God, what the fuck do you do? And I see all these people telling all these, like, new people coming to the game, being like, oh yeah, fucking grind, like, fucking $500 million in, like, 10 minutes, and then get all the upgrades you'll ever need. And then I just like, think to myself, no. Don't tell all these new people to do that, because they're gonna have nothing to fucking work towards. You can't just tell them to do that. I understand, like, you know, going to, like, a distant planet to get a Sentinel ship plus an essential multi-tool. You know, those are good things to do. I just don't think they're good things to do fucking immediately. I feel like you should take your time on that shit, dude. Cause, like, literally, what are you gonna do after that, dude? You have everything. You have all the upgrades you need. So now you don't need money. You don't need nanites. And you can buy anything you ever need. Like, I don't know. I find all these fucking people telling you how to start it they aren't giving the right information. Oh, you sent your Corvette over? Oh, sick, sorry. Anyway, God, I've talked way too fucking much for someone that needs to go to fucking bed soon. Because now we don't even have a lot of time for the actual fucking episode itself, because I've just been talking this whole time. I apologize. I do that sometimes. When I have updates, I just apologies. Sorry, I forgot you sent me that, like, I was gonna say 20 minutes ago. Don't hack my shit, though, okay? Gotta remember, I'm gonna have a lawyer at some point. Or do. Not yet, though. Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, when I have insurance, I'm gonna have, like, I think it's 3 different types of coverages, but 2 of them are for, like, cybersecurity. And one of them's like $1 million of coverage. So sometimes I just think to myself, like, if someone did hack me and they, like, got my passwords or something, would that really be that big of an issue if I just got, like, $1 million fucking dollars because of it? You know? Making new accounts and stuff would be an issue, but yeah, no. I'll explain all of that when I actually get my insurance, but I do have my rules I have to follow, like VPNs and whatnot. public internet and all that shit. And anyone who works for me is also going to have to listen to those rules as well, or else I'm liable for them. And then I'm probably going to have to be the one that's paying like a fucking $1 million out of my pocket. And I don't want to end up like that. That wouldn't be good. It's all good. I don't know what to call you, ghost or space. Kind of hard. Probably ghost, because someone called you a ghost. People call me a ghost too. Dude, we're both dead. That's crazy. Let me just expose all the people I don't fucking talk to real quick. How the fuck do I do this again? I just read it, right? Replying to this message request moves it to your chats. I see. Cool. Okay. You're also a wolf. So you're a ghost wolf in space. Wow, quite the story there. Wolf of the stars. Holy shit, dude, look at your fucking maneuverability, dude. Damn. Oh my god. Strong, dude. I find the weapons, they do kind of stick around that area, even with upgrades. So, don't sway yourself too much on that. Holy fuck, dude. That's crazy. Also, I love all the angles you have on that, dude. That's crazy too. Huh? What? I have so much to learn still. I thought I knew everything, but I don't. That looks pretty sick. Although I feel like the actual cockpit itself looks a little weird in my opinion, but there's not much we can really do about that. Well, that might not be true. You might be able to do like free placing. Because it says all the parts need to be connected, but we've all kind of stumbled upon the fact that, like, if you place a wing on a hab, for example, and then you delete that hab, the wing still stays there. That's why you see some crazy-ass ships where it's, like, literally just a cockpit and reactors and stuff, with, like, no actual building to it. You'll stumble across a few of those. But that's also why we're able to do shapes like an actual, like, disc UFO, by the way. God, I want to do that so bad. I'm on hardcore, though. That's going to take a million years to be able to even build different Corvettes properly. But yeah, you're able to do some really cool stuff if you sort of, you know, do some, I think they call it glitch building, in terms of, like, bases and whatnot. I think that's what the community refers it as. And they never fixed it, so it's not a glitch, it's a feature. Well, I guess it could be it's not a bug, it's a feature at that point. Like, they don't mind people doing that, just, you know, do be aware it might cause problems at times. You know, like if you have a giant thing going on, like, the top of your ship, and then you, like, try to leave the space station, then, yeah, there's a good chance that you will hit something on your way out, just because you have, like, a giant pole going all the way to the fucking sky, you know, but I don't know how to actually turn on a free build, though, with pieces, like Corvette pieces. I think you do it on the inside. I don't know how to do it on the outside. But I seen someone do it on YouTube, like, I think 2 days ago. Because I'm watching a lot of these Corvette videos, just so I can get some, like, tips and tricks that I don't know about. For when I do start to build different types of ships. Because the content is there for that. People want that so badly. It's crazy. I didn't know people were such, like, nerds over spaceships, dude. I didn't know that was a thing. It totally makes sense. Don't get me wrong, but I like space for space and planets and whatnot. I didn't know there was a whole community of people that had, like, a favorite, like, Star Wars ship and whatnot. Things like that, dude. Like, I had no idea there was a whole subgenre of communities in, like, the space genre for just the ships themselves. I didn't know that. Totally makes sense when you think about it, but I never knew that. Didn't you have people making like Falcons and shit? Fucking like Star Fox ships. Um, but there was another one, like Dead Space, I think. I don't know. People are building shit from like movies. It's just crazy, and I didn't know there was a whole community for that. Also, I think your ship looks fucking sick, even just as it is. And I love the added touch of having like the landing gear that doesn't actually touch the ground. It's got like I don't even know what you would call that. Propulsion, I guess. They like keep it up in the air. So I love the attention to detail, honestly. God, y'all are so much more creative than I am, dude, and I'm the creator of content. But I am also like 25 now, so you know, after like years and years and years and years of trauma and fucking depression and stress and trying to finish high school and also like pay taxes, um, your creative mindset just kind of dwindles, you know? I still think of really cool ideas, but it's mostly like movies and books and shows and whatnot at this point. Animations is a big one. Dude, I need to find an animator at some point just to make those ideas, dude. If it's like a 10-second fucking video, I do not care. I need to get these ideas just seen. Well, yeah, that's most of my creative ideas is just projects, I guess. Like when it comes to Minecraft and stuff, I can't build anything just cool. And I've just never really been able to. Mostly in Minecraft, though, I just never had the fucking time to do that, because holy fuck. People spend years building in Minecraft, by the way. That's insane. I totally understand you can, like, download your world and, like, have people, like, pay, like, a Patreon subscription to be able to, like, play it for themselves. You know? I kind of get that aspect of it. Like, you can turn a profit on it, but why? That, like, it looks fucking awesome and whatnot, but why take years to do that? I mean, if it's something you're like dead set on doing, you're like, this is your life purpose, then of course go for it. You know, people look at me like, why make fucking content for 12 years? Because I want to and because I love to. Okay, people think I'm fucking insane for doing this for 12 fucking years. And not making money for 7, by the way. Let's hit those fucking goals, please, for the end of the year, please. Please for Logan. It's been 7 years I haven't gotten paid for making content. But I keep doing it. Even when I fucking am, even when I was homeless, I was still making content, bro. It quite literally is my life purpose. Not the content itself, but more of like the message I want to spread when I'm able to. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at being creative anymore. Like, I can make characters and whatnot. I can't even think of names half the time. And I can build, like, a furnished, just slightly bigger room than normal. That's kind of where my creativeness kind of ends when it comes to, like, building things, you know? Like, would I know how to build, like, an Eiffel Tower? Probably not. Can I build a city? Maybe. Is it going to be detailed? Probably not. I don't even know how to do that. Can I make a kind of decent Corvette? Yeah. Can I do what, like, all the fucking awesome people are doing? No. Mostly because I'm on hardcore and they're in creative mode, but I'm just not good like that, dude. I can figure out what pieces go exactly where and why, and like, how to offset everything properly. I don't know how to do those things. I would like to learn a little bit about it, like building the UFO Corvettes. It's pretty easy once you know what to do, but you're not just gonna come across it randomly. Like, there is some like science and math type shit involved into it, but there's videos for that if you want to make a UFO, which I kind of really want to. I had this crazy idea. Here I am talking about how uncreative I am. I had this crazy idea where I was gonna build every type of like UFO shape that has been like documented, because there is 50, maybe a little bit less, like actual spaceships that have quote unquote been discovered on Earth and whatnot. So yeah, I kind of want to build a lot of those. You are limited to 100 pieces though. They might change that. I don't get your hopes up on that. From a development standpoint, I don't think it's possible. Maybe if you turn online off, it might be possible, but their engine has a limit. That's like when you build big bases and stuff, sometimes the land will come back, because like it has a limit. You know, if you're building like an underground base, you do have the risk of all that land coming back. Can you just remove it again? Absolutely. But everything basically runs off like the computer's memory, the engine's memory, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a tech genius like that, but it's like it stores information that it needs at that time, kind of like your brain does. And then, you know, after a while, if it hasn't really used that information, it just kind of pushes it off to the side a little bit. I think that's why Corvettes have a limit of like 100 pieces, because if it had more than that, everything might start breaking. Because when you do the expedition and you have like even just 2 to 3 different Corvettes at the space station, everything just breaks, dude. Characters stop walking. Ships get stuck in the air. Like, it's not enough to actually break everything, but it's enough to, like, kind of... I don't want to say ruin the immersion, because this isn't fucking VR or anything, but it ruins, like, the vibes, I guess. I don't know. It's nothing that's gonna, like, ruin your life, but... yeah, I just, you know, from, like, a common sense standpoint, that's why there's a limit on it. Because if they let you do whatever, someone would build like an actual full-size Death Star, and no one would be able to play the game ever again. If that shit comes out, dude, that shit would just crash for everyone. Unless you turn online off. Maybe. Maybe that's what they could do. You can have like a big Corvette if you have multiplayer off. Maybe. Don't know. But yeah, don't get your hopes up for more than 100 pieces. Maybe they'll figure it out. I don't know. How they already put like 8 quadrillion fucking planets into a... how big is this shit again? How you fit like 8 quadrillion planets onto 25.9 gigabytes of electronic information? I already don't understand how the fuck that's even humanly possible, to be honest. So they could probably up the limit, because they know more than I do. But, you know, again, from a common sense standpoint, I just... I don't think that's something you should expect to happen. It may not be impossible, but it's also not just going to be easy for them to achieve that. I seen someone build a pod racer from Star Wars. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Like, I can't do shit like that, dude. Those people, like, played with Legos as a kid. I didn't. I had, like, Hot Wheels and whatnot. But that's the kind of shit I mean, dude. People are building some crazy fucking shit. And, you know, to be fair, not all of them need to actually be drivable. But, like over 95% of them are drivable. And they even have, like, tutorials for them on YouTube and stuff on how to do it yourself if you have the fucking hours to even do that. But I just think it's cool. I know it's super fucking nerdy when it comes to, like, space shit and whatnot in gaming, but it's really cool to see people's creative, damn. I'm getting stuck on the word creative something. Creative outlook? No. Creative genius. People's creative geniuses in creating ships. You know? It's like Minecraft builds, dude. If you see some actual crazy Minecraft builds, and most of the time you're like, wow, that's actually sick. For them, you know? Would you ever do it yourself? Probably not. It's like people like model trains and whatnot. Like, I personally would never do that, but it's cool that you did that, and it's cool that you showed it off. You know, I think that's awesome. I would never do that myself, personally, but it's, you know, it's an art form, essentially. Art is subjective, I guess, on if it's awesome or not, but spaceships and whatnot, I already like space as it is. I'm just saying people's cool-ass ships is awesome. And I hate knowing that we all have the same 100 fucking piece limit, unless you figured out a way around that, and we all have the same pieces to use. Like, it's just, it makes me wonder, like, just how different of a spectrum creativeness is, because, God, people could build some crazy-ass shit, dude, and here I am with, like, my basic ship. I don't want to call mine basic, because I did spend some time on it, and I've just keep fucking rebuilding it over and over again to make something better, but I don't know. It's humbling. It's humbling to say the least here. It's humbling to me, you know? It's like I probably would never be able to do that, even though we all have the same pieces. Like, I don't know. I just find it cool. And now I'm really thinking that we really should do, like, fashion Corvette videos at some point. I know there's channels already doing that. They have, like, top 5 stuff and whatnot. You know, usually the same channels that are going around seeing people's builds and stuff. You know, there's channels for that. But I want it to be, like, a community thing. You know? I want to just kind of bring the community together. We can show off our ships, like, once a month or something, maybe once a week. I don't know. I guess it depends on how long it takes people to build it. And then we can turn it into like a contest, you know, with like prizes and stuff. It cannot be like a lottery, though. Okay, that's just. I think everyone knows that by now. But in terms of content creation, we cannot run a lottery, which means you cannot put something in to be chosen at random. That cannot happen. At all. If you see any content creators fucking doing that, just know it's illegal to do that, okay? Mr. Beast does it too. Don't get me wrong, but it is illegal to do that, and you can be banned forever if you do that. But the way around that is turn it into a contest where people actually win rather than let's spin a wheel to see who wins, you know? That's the only way around that. And I just think that'd be sick, dude. I think that'd be fucking sick to just have a series dedicated to that. It probably would be like once a month, I would imagine. Or maybe every like 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't want it to be so often that it becomes overwhelming for people and they're like, oh my god, I need to put in my submission and whatnot. You know, I don't want that to happen. But fuck, dude. Ooh, we might have to talk about that next week, dude. Okay, I might make that into an official post. Honestly, just talking about that. Because you guys have been killing the No Man's Sky content the past, like, week or two. Thank you so much, by the way. It's been... I think I played Worlds Part 1. And then I was like, oh, it's going to take forever for Worlds Part 2. And then I just kind of waited. And then it turns out it didn't take that long. I think Worlds Part 2 came out, like, within 6 months after that update, basically. Rather than, like, the year or two I thought it was going to actually take. So, that's on me, I guess. But I've been loving it. You guys have been loving it. I know the way I do it is very different. I don't know if you guys like that more or less than what other people do in terms of content, but I do want to turn it into like sort of like 100 days type series. Sort of like documenting everything so I can edit it down or whatnot and explain everything, so on and so forth. But yeah, I think, you know, if I make it through the story, somehow, against all odds, we make it to the end, we get to the center of the fucking universe, then I feel like we should totally do that. again, I want to do that sooner, especially if I get the business funding, so we can have actual prizes for people. Like, here's an Xbox subscription for like a month, or like an Amazon card. I don't know, something crazy. Um, Not something lame like here's $5 to Subway. That's cool, dude. Great. If anything, it'd be like $100 to Subway. You know, I feel like that'd be cool. Depending on your country's rules, I suppose. Some countries you can't do that. But, I could probably send you something worth that amount that you could like sell it, I guess. I don't know. There's ways around it. But yeah, I just feel like that'd be cool. Rather than just shout outs and whatnot. I just feel like it's kinda lame. And bring the actual just whole community together. Unless someone is already doing that right now as I'm talking, then well, I'm sure his prizes won't be as good as mine. Oh, he built a cool ship, dude. Here's this NASA fucking rocket. $500 million. A whole ass NASA rocket, dude. No fuel, though. Wow, that. It's hard enough to ship a plane around, dude. You have to move a plane, like, piece by piece, basically. Like, the wings are separate, all that shit's all separate, dude. Imagine trying to move a rocket around. Oh my god. It'd be worth it, though. Dude. That's better than Mr. Beast, dude. Here's a fucking NASA rocket. Mr. Beast would never do that. He does give you millions of dollars, though, usually. No, now it's like $500,000. Even though he's making more than he ever has. But yeah, I guess he has his chocolate business, too, to work on. That'd be insane, though. Honestly? Oh. I know there is, like, space trips you can go on to, like, see space for, like, an hour and then come back down. You do have to sign a waiver and whatnot because, you're going into space, you could die. Your chances are probably higher to die in your fucking car on the way to work than it is to die on a plane or, like, going to space for, like, a honeymoon type thing. But I feel like that'd be kind of like a cool prize, too. Assuming you don't have the same problem I have where I can't even handle the G-force of a fucking swing. Like a swing set. So, my dream of actually seeing space is never going to happen. Ever. Unless I was medically advised by a doctor that, like, you are 100% fine. Your heart will not explode. You might pass out. That's about it. Then I'd be like, fuck it. I will do that then. Same with like skydiving and shit, dude. If a doctor's like, you won't die, but you might pass out or something. Yeah, fuck it, dude. I would do it. Rather than my heart fucking exploding. Or just hyperventilating to fucking death. Like, I hadn't even been on a plane before. Because planes scare me. I'd rather take the trains and shit. And I know that my chances of dying on, like, of the car ride to work, or, like, a bus ride to go to the fucking grocery store, I have a higher chance of dying doing that than I do. And for some reason, that should scare me more, just car and whatnot, but I don't know. There's something about just being in the air and, like, the G-force of it all, my body doesn't like it at all. Which is a very natural response. Your body's not supposed to like that shit. And if you do like that shit, you're just built different. That just means my body is aware that it is dangerous and I could die. My body is just trying to keep me safe. But I don't know, really limits things, dude. Like, I wanted to at least see space with my own eyes. I don't want to go to, like, the moon or Mars or anything crazy, but I like to do, like, this little tourist space for, like, 30 minutes or whatever. Then you come back down. I feel like that'd be cool. But I wouldn't be able to handle that, dude. I would not be able to handle it. I don't know what I think would happen. It's not like my heart would actually explode, I guess, but I don't know. It just feels like I will die, some way or another. Just from me. Like, not saying like an asteroid's gonna come and just fucking break it, but just like from an inside my body, I feel like just something would happen. And I think that's just anxiety, to be honest. But at the same time, if I smoke too much, now I can't breathe properly sometimes, you know? That's not true for everyone. I think that might just be a me thing because I've been smoking for too fucking long, but, sometimes if I smoke too much, I just can't breathe properly. Am I still breathing? Yeah, but it just doesn't feel right. But yeah, I don't know. I guess before I go on my first plane run, therapy, then tests, like exposure therapy, just to kind of like see a little bit, Like I can't even ride a roller coaster because that shit terrifies me. I can't go to the water park because that shit terrifies me. I've been on one proper, like, water park water slide my entire life. And I've been to a water park at least like 5, maybe even 6 times throughout my 25 years of living on this fucking earth. That's not as much as many people, but that's still enough times to have been able to do everything. And I've been on one water slide. And that was actually at Calypso, I think. Whenever Calypso opened. Yeah, my family went there with like my cousins when we were kids. Because it was like the new water park. Everyone's going there because it just opened. Everyone wants a little taste of what's there. And I went onto this one where you had to like, cross your arms and whatnot. You might have to. They might just say that for all of them, but it's supposed to like cross your arms and like lay flat, and it basically just goes straight fucking down, and then there's like a little bit of turns, and then you just fly out of the fucking end. And I didn't know that going into it. I was like, the water's kind of slow. It doesn't look that far. And then I told him I had to plug my nose, and he was like, "You might not be able to." And then I was like, "What?" And then he just looked at me. He was like, "What?" And then he let go of me, and yeah, it was traumatizing. it was actually traumatizing. I got PTSD from that shit, dude. I fucking hated it. No, I've been on 2 water slides actually, because one of them I almost died. That was at the water park that burned down last year, I think, 2 years ago. But yeah, no, you go like straight down and whatnot, and it's fucking dark, and I hated it. I was going too fucking fast. I couldn't, like, my eyes were being forced open. Like, that's how fast I was going down this shit, because I'm like, I don't know, I must have been like 13, maybe 12. I don't know. Maybe even younger, I don't know. It was around that point, though. Around that age range. Between like 11 to 13, probably. And I just remember how traumatizing it was, dude. When I came out of that shit and I saw the end, dude, and I had to plug my nose fucking so fast because I cannot breathe. I almost said I can't breathe underwater. No fucking shit, dude. But I can't just go under the water and like breathe enough air out so water doesn't go in my nose. I don't know what caused that as a kid, but the second my nose touches water, it wants to inhale immediately. So yeah, the only way around that is to just plug it with my fingers because I can't even use like masks and nose plugs because it will just pop right off because that's how fucking desperate my nose is to breathe, to inhale some water for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that, dude. But yeah, no, I got traumatized from that, 100%. Maybe that's where my G-force problems came from in the first place. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, honestly. Because I think everyone gets that feeling in their stomach when they're like on a swing and whatnot. And you're like, ooh, you get a little tingly and whatnot. I feel like everyone just gets that. I feel like that's the whole point of going on a swing. But I can't be those people that almost go in like a full circle. I can't do it, dude. Oh, I guess my cousins too as a kid. Um, I do remember this now that I'm thinking back this far. Um, fuck, dude. I don't even know if I was double digits at this point yet, but I do remember vaguely. My cousin, I think it was after school or something. This was like my older cousin, so he would have been, I don't know, he probably would have been like just out of high school, probably around that time, because he's like fucking 10 years older than I am, I think, something like that. Um, but he was like, you know, the let's tease the little kid type person. So I think it was like after school. He grabbed me by the arms, then he started spinning me in a fucking circle while laughing. And I just, yeah, I think that's also where my G-force problems come from. That plus the water slide has ruined my chances of even going on a roller coaster. But that could just be like fear and whatnot, PTSD. There might not be actual health related stuff related to that. Sorry, I don't know why I went on such a big fucking tangent about G-force. Good movie. Check it out. Yes, the one with the guinea pigs slash hamsters. I think they're guinea pigs. That's where the G is. Guinea force. But yeah. Should I talk about my other water slide experience too, where I almost fucking died? I feel like I should, but Mike is cutting out. Yeah, I know. There's nothing I can do about it, man. I said it near the beginning. It happens in all my videos because my computer sucks. I know. It sucks. It's part of it. I am aware, though. Thank you. Hopefully that changes next week if I get my business funding. But yeah, I do appreciate that. I'm sorry that I can't fix it. So it should be good now. If it's not good now, then I don't actually know what the problem is, but it should be good at this very moment. I say that and then it jumped back down again, but it should be good at this very moment. But yeah, no, I don't even know what you call that, but the rate of which it's sending information just kind of drops to zero sometimes. That's why at the start of my videos usually, assuming I don't fucking talk this long, because holy fucking goddamn, I have not shut up. We might even have time to fucking start the video, dude. I'd just be going to fucking bed around this time. God damn. Anyway, yeah, no, it's not your internet or anything. It's literally my computer just sucks ass, and it's not my internet either because the internet's good. It's literally just that's my computer slowing down, basically. Like my computer has hit a bump in the road and is struggling to perform. It just happens. It usually happens after the first 30 minutes of hitting live, and then it just kind of happens randomly after that. So I apologize, but I don't have the $3,000 fucking dollar computer I used to have. That can handle literally anything. I have this shitty $200 computer that fucking sucks ass. Shouldn't have even been built. Fuck you, Dell. It's not even Dell. Dell's okay. Not a sponsor. HP. This HP computer sucks fucking balls. And I looked it up online too, and it's literally made with outdated parts in it. Like, I don't know why the fuck they even made that. Oh, actually I do. It was supposed to be a cheap alternative for, like, school computers. Like, if you need a computer for school, yeah, the audio should be getting bad again right now. But, did I say the internet or the audio? I meant to say audio if I didn't say audio already, but yeah, no, this computer was literally built to be, like, one of the cheapest school computers you're able to get on the market as of, like, 3 years ago, I think. 2 years ago. I got it in 2023, I believe. Yeah, it sucks. Don't buy it. I'm against this computer in general. I don't hate HP, don't get me wrong, but whoever the fuck greenlit this fucking computer deserves to be fired. 100%. This shit sucks. The computer I had as a fucking child growing up, the first computer ever seen in my life, ran better than this, dude. Then again, I guess it did have like Windows fucking like XP or whatever during those days. No, I don't think I was alive for Windows XP. I don't know. Windows something. But yeah, I don't know the model number of this computer, but don't fucking buy it. Even for a school computer, dude, school computers are faster than this. So, yeah, don't waste your money on a glorified calculator with a cool screen on it that can go on Google and watch YouTube. Not worth it. This computer is meant to, like, open Microsoft Word, and that's about it. That is literally what it was designed for. Was for, like, you know, Excel sheets and Microsoft Word and all that shit. That is it. That is all it was meant for. And I wish I spent the extra $50 on something that would have been like 10 times better than this. But I was like, fuck it, dude. It's $20. I don't want to spend $250, $300. So the next computer I want is more expensive. This is going to be the most expensive computer I've ever gotten. To be honest, I might change it up a little bit depending on if it's around still, but it is one of the best laptops. I know, okay, give me a second to explain, okay, but it's one of the best laptops on the market, at least in Canada at the moment. Not cheap. It's almost the price as like a fucking car, like a used car. It's crazy how expensive computers are. Just be aware of that. But I wanted to get it for business stuff, so I can also make content with it as well. So the content would be like higher quality. There wouldn't be fucking all these fucking glitches and problems happening all the time, where my audio just cuts out, or the video fucking freezes because the bitrate hit 0 for no reason. And the main reason why I want to do it is because if I have that along with phone data with a hotspot that's unlimited, I can work anywhere I fucking want to. Which sucks at the moment because winter's going to be coming soon. Not to be that guy, but I am that guy. It's coming soon. It doesn't feel like it is, but I wish we could just skip winter entirely, but we can't do that. That's how Canada works. Usually it's like cold around this part of it. Like September, dude, usually it starts getting cold. Because usually in like October, like Halloween time is usually when it's like really cold outside. You might have like a couple of warm nights or whatever, but yeah, that winter's coming though. But yeah, that's the main reason why I wanted to get like one of the best computers I'm able to, and also make sure that it's a laptop, is because I can bring it anywhere I want. If I want to sit by the fucking water watching the fucking boats and shit as I'm working, I can do that. If I want to ride the fucking train for no reason while I work, I can also do that too. If I want to sit in a fucking restaurant as I work, I can do that. I just can't use public Wi-Fi though, because that's going to be a part of my insurance, so I can't do that. But yeah, that's the main reason behind that, because I'm like against getting like a super powerful laptop, because holy fuck, dude, if that shit is not ventilated properly, you might just explode. Like, your computer might just explode with how fucking hot that shit gets. It's insane. And as a laptop, you're supposed to put it on your lap. Originally, when they were invented, you can't do that with a gaming laptop, dude. You will absolutely burn yourself with, like, first or even second degree burns from your fucking computer. So, you know, that's why I don't really recommend it. I recommend getting a desktop if you want, like, performance. But at the same time, I want to be able to work wherever the fuck I want to, because that's the main purpose of it, is for work. And then I get the benefit of being able to use it for content, because that's also technically part of it, kinda, sorta, not really, but like community and the building an image, you know, there's a little leeway there. And obviously better microphone because this microphone sucks. I miss my Blue Yeti. God, it's crazy to think that like 6, 7 years ago, my content was 100 times better than it is the past like 3 years. Like that's just it's crazy to think about, but that's the way my life is, dude. Shit fucking happens, okay? Not saying that everyone is just gonna go homeless one day, but yeah, I went homeless twice. Almost 3 times. Almost. But I've been homeless twice. And I don't mean like couch hopping and shit. I mean like I'm in the fucking forest fending for myself. I need to like watch out for crackheads and also figure out how to survive. Like that's what I mean by homeless. I don't mean like I'm going from house to house sleeping on people's fucking couches and shit for like 6 months. I didn't even have that option because all my friends were fucking fake, dude. All my high school friends and shit, dude, they aren't around anymore, bro. And they never were to begin with. They just used me for my money. That they all fucking hated me for having, by the way. But then they're always like, oh, can I have some money? Can I have some money? Oh, can you give me this? Can you give me that, dude? I've just been like, fuck you, dude. We're not even friends. You just come to me when you fucking want something, you fucking asshole. That's all you do. That's all they did. And I was always so nice all the fucking time, dude. Oh, man, I even bought like $200 worth of booze one time. And I would get shit for like parties and whatnot. Well, like, are they gonna be around when I need them? No, not at all. They were around because I had shit for them. And that was the only reason I had friends in fucking high school. Anyway, we've been talking way too long. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to fucking start this episode, which bothers me because we need something. It can't just be the main fucking menu this whole time. People are gonna think that it's been frozen, but it's not. Like, we're still here. That's how long I'm fucking talking for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Usually I don't talk this much. Maybe it's better because, I have been not talking as much the past, like, week. That's just the way I am, If I have nothing to say, then I'm just not gonna say anything. It's not like I'm gonna say bad things, it's just I really have nothing to say. Like, do you want to just hear the sounds of my fucking heavy breathing as I'm coughing randomly? Probably not. You probably don't want to hear that. If you do want to hear that, I don't know. That's a little freaky. A little bit. Some like ASMR type shit, dude. I don't know about that. Unless you're hot, maybe, then like send me an email. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Unless, no, I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah, this is literally around the time where I was gonna start wrapping things up a little bit because I have a fucking meeting at 2 p.m. That's in 14 hours. 13. I should round down. Yeah, 13. Because I can't miss that. If I miss that shit, dude, I have to wait until next week. I'm not waiting until fucking next week. I want to open my account fucking tomorrow. Business account. And then I want to apply for the cash advance either that same day or Saturday. And then that money, if I put in my information correctly, and I also don't fucking screw myself over by saying I can pay an amount that I can't pay back, because it's different than a loan. I talked about it again tomorrow as well, but get the money within like 2 to 3 days after that. I don't know if business or weekends count, because it doesn't say business days, it just says 2 hours type shit. So maybe it does count on the weekend. I don't know. So yeah, it'd be like Monday to Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, if all goes well. And then we can finally fucking start the process of upgrading everything. And then starting to get clients. And actually building my business up. and everything's fucking dying. I'm sorry. At least I stopped talking that time. Yeah, it keeps breaking, dude. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. This could be all fixed within the next 7 days. If you're religious, please pray for me. Please, for the love of God. I need this to work out for me, dude. I mean, I made it this far. I don't want to say too much if this shit's gonna keep breaking, but I made it this far. It's been like 130 plus days. Maybe even more. I don't actually know the exact day I started on, but it's been over 100 days I've been working on this shit for. Literally from nothing to something. So, if I can make it this far, I'm not giving up yet. You know? If it gets to the point where I just have to like shovel people's fucking laneways all winter to make like $1,000 fucking dollars, so be it. You know, it is what it is, but I'ma keep, going through my list of options until I hit like just a wall where it's like, you can't do anything, get your own money, and then we can talk. Then I'll be like, yeah, okay. I need to, get like 1,000, maybe a little bit more dollars, and then I can, put the work in and actually get clients. Which, again, is why a lot of people don't want to start businesses. It's been like 130 days of doing this, right? Minus last month, I guess, because that didn't really count, but this month counteracts that now, so. But, when I hurt my back, I wasn't able to fucking do anything anyways. But it's been like, 100 plus days of doing this, where I haven't even started making money yet. Like, what the fuck are people going to do for 100 days to not make, like, any real progress yet? Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people have the time or the energy to even fucking do that. But I am dedicated to this because it's just what I want to do, man. I want my own business that pays me as much as I fucking want to be paid. And then I want to be able to give good jobs to people that actually want good fucking jobs. And you don't have to work 12 hours a day to make like $100,000 a year. You know? You don't have to do that. You could work a bare minimum, like, maybe not for $100,000 a fucking year, to be honest. But, if you wanted, how much did I say originally? I don't know. I can't pull up the document because my computer will shit itself even more. But, bare minimum, with like the easiest position that I'd be able to offer, that's like 5 hours a week. 5 hours a week. Just 1 hour. Monday to Friday. From like 10 a.m. to like 11 a.m. That's like the bare minimum, dude. If you can't fucking do that, then, you're probably better off as like a maintenance person. But that is the bare minimum. And I'm willing to give those people like, it's like $5,000 a month, maybe like $3,000 to $4,000 a month. But that's already more than minimum wage as it is, just for 5 hours a week. The government would absolutely fucking kick down my door, but that's just the way I am, dude. And that's why I need an accountant to tell me not to do those things. But if I have like $50,000 fucking dollars to give away to like employees, then fuck it, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to spread that across like 100 different people. No, fuck that shit. Do 2 people want $25,000 in like a month? Here you go. Fucking put in the work, dude. That's all you gotta do. Fucking do exactly what you need to do, and that's it. And it's not even hard half the time, dude. The people that would get paid the most are like the maintenance people. I want to give them like $500 per like client they have to do maintenance on. And I'm gonna be honest. Checking maintenance stuff, checking websites, make sure pictures and stuff like that are loading. That takes less than 5 minutes per client, dude. That's like that's like $100 a minute, which is fucking insane, dude. And all they have to do is just work for like an hour. Just to, they have like 10 people, just fucking check that shit. Fucking, it really doesn't take that long. But that'd be one of the better paying positions for sure, because they need to be doing that like every day, basically. But I mean, 10 people, that's like, what, 40 minutes? 50 minutes? 50 minutes. My math skills suck ass. I think it's like 50 minutes, so that's like less than an hour. For like, what, $5,000? Okay, yeah, that's why I need an accountant, dude. I can't do shit like that. But I would. I'm crazy enough to do that. Because people deserve it, dude. Do you want to work 8 hours for like $200? Probably not. You probably don't want that. Let's add an extra fucking zero to that. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Then you can actually be excited to go to work. Wake up for work. You know? And then you don't have to wait until you're 70 to retire. Because most of us aren't going to make it that long. I'm going to make it that far. I'm going to just be honest with y'all, okay? Myself included, okay? I don't even know if I'm going to make it to 30, which is 5 years away. Fucking crazy. I don't want to think about that right now, but most of us aren't even going to live to the age of retirement. Let's just put that out there, okay? We're all fucking chasing this fucking dream that we're not even guaranteed to have. So I want to come along and offer fucking good jobs for people. Good jobs that almost anyone can do. If I can do it, you can fucking do it, okay? I'm gonna be honest. You could be like fucking autistic, and you'd still be able to fucking do this. I'm just gonna be fucking honest, dude. I am nothing special, and maybe I am, and maybe I just haven't realized that yet, but if I can do it, you can do it. If this 6-year-old man I saw doing it can do it, you can do it. If this guy, who was just a mechanic before, he knows how to turn a wrench and change your oil, if he can do it, you can do it. Okay? If all three of those people, myself included, I don't know why I worded that so weird, but if all of us can do it, you can fucking do it, dude. There's like no fucking excuses at that point. Me, some random dude who's been making content for 12 years, a mechanic who was a mechanic for like probably a couple years. He's never been in like the tech world ever. And then like a 60-plus-year-old man who, mind you, he does do like Microsoft Word and stuff like that, so he did kind of have like a little bit of tech background, but I'm just saying, it's if those people can do it, you can do it too, man. The information's out there. And then, yeah, once I'm able to actually start that and actually start making money off of it, I'm actually able to show that it's making money, then I can teach you guys how to do it too. Because, honestly, I'm not too worried about more competitors being on the scene. I am a little worried about you guys probably doing it faster and better than I'm doing it, I'm just gonna be honest, but I feel like it's worth it, you know? I'll talk about it more once I'm actually able to, prove everything is working, but it's just, this is like the gold rush of a generation. Bigger than a generation. This is the fucking gold rush for like the fucking millennia. Okay? The last gold rush we had, like the actual fucking gold rush, you had to like pack up your entire life and go to like a mountain and either mine or pay people to mine. But you had to leave your previous life behind. This gold rush, you don't have to do that. All you need is a fucking computer and an internet connection, and probably somewhere for the money to go. Bare minimum, that's all you need. Plus the knowledge of how to, sell products and whatnot, but that's quite literally all you need. You don't have to pack up your whole life, you don't have to fucking leave your wife and your kids to go become a fucking millionaire. or to pay people to mine, give them fucking profit and whatnot. But like that gold rush, the whole business I'm telling you guys about, and that I'm getting into, and that I want you guys to get into, is we're not doing the mining. You know, we don't have to do that. All the tools have already been made. We're just basically taking the shovels and the pickaxes and whatnot, and we're just giving them to people, showing them how to use it. Or, that's the best example I have. I don't remember what the actual company was called during the gold rush of, like, it was the 1800s, right, when that happened? Sorry, my history and geography is really bad. So, I think it was the 1800s, though, right, when the first gold rush took place? Or, like, the biggest one? Where, like, Hudson Bay and whatnot and all this shit. Yeah, I forget what the two dudes were called. But they would sell shovels and, like, pickaxes and shit. And probably, like, I don't know, other supplies, flashlights and whatnot, to the people that wanted to get rich. And that's, like, the whole idea with this one, dude. We're not building all the tools are already there. We're just showing people, this is what we can do with these tools. And then they're like, hell yeah, do this for me because I don't have the time for that. Or I don't want to learn how to do that. That's the whole fucking point, dude. Because at the end of the day, everyone in this day and age needs an online presence if you want to do well, okay? And that could be like even like Facebook Marketplace for all I fucking care. You need an online presence. If people can't find you, they're not gonna see you. This is the reality of it. You know? If people don't know who the fuck you are, they're not gonna look you up because they don't even know you yet. That's just literally the way it is. And that's where we come in. Just to help those people. Which, if you didn't know already, over 33 million businesses in America alone do not have a online presence or a strong online presence. And research and studies were done, and, out of a majority of those people, about 85% of them, it's like 80 to 85% of those businesses said they are thinking about and want an online presence or a strong online presence within the next couple years. Okay? If you're good at math, look up like what 80% of like 33 million people is, and then just realize that all of those people are clients that are willing to physically pay you money to make them an online presence. Websites, social media, branding, even. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That is billions, and maybe even trillions of dollars just off those metrics alone. And that's just America. And that number's up now. I think that's close to like 40 million now or something like that. Like that number's going higher now, which is crazy. I thought the numbers would be going down with all these businesses that are popping up doing what I'm talking about. But the number's getting higher. I don't know. It's just, at that point, if you don't understand just how important that is to changing your life in the next 5 years, then I literally don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. Like, I genuinely don't know how else to make you think that this is like the opportunity of our actual lifetime. This is the only chance we're going to have to do this, is within the next 5 years. After that, dude, there's going to be too much competition. It's going to be fucking almost impossible. And everyone's already going to be wanting to anyway, so they're just going to call the big people. That's why you want to be the big people, dude. Just think about it, right? Just think about it, okay? If 80% of 33 million people, just America alone, right? Imagine you got like 5% of that. That's a lot of money. That's more money than you probably know what to do with until the day you die. Just straight up, The lottery. probably pays around that much. And that's just a tiny, 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 tiny percentage of what's available. That's just for like dipping your toes in the water. Okay? So, if you don't understand how important this is and why I'm so dedicated to this, and why I've been talking about it for over like 100 days, and why I desperately want to teach you guys how to do this yourselves, like it should be pretty obvious. You know? Now's the time to change your fucking life forever. If you don't want to change your own life, change your family's lives. Leave it in the will. Do what you gotta do. But now's the time, man. Once this gold rush is over, it's over, dude. We're not gonna have another one. Unless you want to build fucking sex robots, I guess. That's probably the next biggest gold rush. Is revolutionizing people's fucking sexuality for fucking clankers. That's probably the best fucking... That's gonna be the next one, dude. And that's it. And after that, we're dead. After that, we're just gonna die. Maybe flying cars. Probably not, though, but... Or, I don't know, cryo chambers, maybe, I guess? Like living forever? Like mech suits, I guess? Could be the next gold rush? Maybe? At that point, we're all gonna be like 60 to 70, maybe even 80, so a lot of us are gonna be dead by then. You know? We're talking like, 2070, 2060, 2080, around that period of time. Is when I think we'll hit that point. Technology moves very fast, but I don't think we're going to reach, like, immortality in the next, like, 10 years. I don't think that's realistic. But, like, 50 years? Well, yeah, absolutely, dude. I believe in that shit. 100%. And I genuinely hope I do live that long. I won't get into that. That's almost as a touchy subject as it is talking about, like, governments and stuff. People are just, like, they either really support it or they're, like, heavily against it to the point they'll just, like, kill you for talking about it, so... I won't get into that conversation right now, but yeah, I hope I do get to live that long. My main reason, though, I will say this at least, is because we would at least get to choose when we die. You know? Are you no longer yourself, technically? Yeah. I can't physically grow anymore after that point. And I could probably be fucking cloned as well. Like, put me on, like, a hard drive. I can make copies of myself. But at that point, you are just stuck as the way you were before that happened. There's no more development that can happen. You're not gonna, like, get more mature or anything like that, The way it is just the way it's gonna be at that point. But at least we get to choose when we die. Like, I'm sure there'd be, like, some sort of, like, programming or something. Where, like, if we just decide we're done at some point, we could just, like, I don't know, put in, like, a secret code on, like, our chest or something. That inputs, like, a shutdown sequence or something. Because it definitely wouldn't run on batteries. It would suck if you have to charge for, like, 10 hours. It's like, alright, guys, give me 10 hours, I gotta go charge. It'd probably be the same as sleeping, honestly. They've just set it up like that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about it before I give people ideas. Also, I'm sorry for talking so much. Yeah, we haven't even started the video yet. I don't think we're going to be able to. This might just be one of those episodes where I'm just kind of talking. And I'm sorry for that. But I mean, clearly you guys like to hear me talk. Even though my audio sucks and it glitches out a lot. But I mean, if you guys didn't give a fuck, you wouldn't be here right now, right? Unless you all are just waiting for me to fucking hit start already. That could be a reality too. But I'm under the impression you guys like to hear me ramble about some fucking crazy shit sometimes. And also talking about business, because that's definitely a life milestone I'm about to fucking achieve soon, so that's cool. I don't have many milestones under my belt, but that's going to be one of the biggest ones for sure. I've been making content for 12 years. That's a long time. Like, that's long enough for me to be a full-on professional about this. I could teach this in, like, schools and shit. That's how long I've been doing it for. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't want to think about it, dude. It feels like 5 years, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, no, I've been making content 12 years. I know the numbers don't show that, and I know the quality of my content currently does not reflect that either, but, you know, if you go back to like 2018, 2019, content was better. I had a better setup, everything was good. But like I said, my life isn't perfect. I've been homeless a few times. My father was abusive. All my friends weren't real friends for, most of my life. I have like, I don't know, 5 good friends now, I guess. Like real life friend. Not to say you guys aren't real life people, but like the people I actually see in person. There's like a handful of them that have stuck around long enough. Versus the like, 30 plus people I thought were my friends. But they never actually were. They just wanted to take fucking advantage of me all the time. Especially when I get a girlfriend, dude. I don't know what the fuck the problem was with me. Maybe they're just fucking scared. Because look at me, I'm building a fucking business. You should be fucking scared because I'm gonna be fucking. I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna be a blessing to society. But no, even when I'd have like a fucking girlfriend, dude, people would like try and take her from me. Like, bro, how bad is your fucking life? Honest to God. Like, straight the fuck up. How bad is your life? To the point you need to try and take my girlfriend away from me. Because you don't have one, and you can't just get a proper girlfriend for yourself. Like, how fucking bad does your life actually need to be, dude? I'm just me, bro. I don't even know half these people. They just come up to me being like, oh, I hate you so much. Your girlfriend's so hot. Okay. Who are you and why the fuck do you give a shit? And also, leave my girlfriends alone. Though, to be fair, most of my girlfriends weren't very good. I had one good, proper girlfriend. And that's when I was like 15, probably. That was my longest relationship and also my best relationship. And it was fucking long distance of all fucking things. Dude, crazy, I know. But, no, all of my relationships have been fucking bad. A bunch of cheaters, a bunch of fucking abusers. It's crazy. I thought men were usually the abusive ones, but apparently they don't have to be. And now I'm not just a little bitch. I just get used because I'm nice. I want to give them the entire world. And most of them, they want that, but then they just leave. It's depressing, dude. It's depressing. But hey, at least I know my dang-a-lang ain't the problem. So that's good to know, at least. It's more of like, I make content too much, I guess. I don't know. Like, people think I'm boring because I just make content all the time. But hey, I'm trying to build a fucking life. I'm trying to build a name. I'm trying to fucking get rich so I can support my future family and support my fans and myself and anyone that supports me. Does that make me the bad guy? I don't like to think so, but everyone else fucking likes to think so. And fuck all those people. Fuck you. I'm trying to do some good in the fucking world. And that's just the price we pay, I guess, dude. That's just the price we pay. Martin Luther King, dude? I don't even... You already know. I won't go into it. But yeah. People just have hated me my entire fucking life, and I never understood why. Like, bro, I've never said a single word to you. Why do you hate me? Like, why do you hate me? I'm doing my own thing, sitting alone, fucking hanging out, taking notes and whatnot. You just come up to me and you're like, you look ugly, or I fucking hate you, or I don't know, haha, your mom died. Like, bro, I don't know. I just don't know how miserable people have to fucking be to just do that to someone that hasn't even acknowledged you yet. Full offense, honestly. Like, half these people I never even made eye contact with back in like school and whatnot. They've just come up to me and just like start talking shit for no reason. And I just never understood why. But I understand why now. It's because society's scared of me. Because I'm different. I'm a thinker and whatnot, I'm not chained down by society. I see through its fucking bullshit. I ripped off my mask as a child. You know, I'm real. Society hates that. Society absolutely fucking hates that. And they're scared of you. They're scared of you. Because they want to be like you. But they don't know how to, or they can't. Because, you know, everyone wants to be free and whatnot, but people don't want to handle all the fucking pain that comes from that. Like, if you want to think freely, you want to you live your own fucking life, and actually live your life, and not just be a fucking slave to people, you have to do some crazy shit, you know? Like, if you can't just sit alone in a room for, like, 5 hours straight, alone, with, like, no contact with anyone, then you just won't be free ever. You have to give yourself that time to actually process things and to actually think. You know? I know that's scary for a lot of you guys, okay? I know that's a reality, but I don't know. As a kid, I was like, I see through all this fucking bullshit we're being told. I see the way all these adults are acting all the time. All the things they complain about all the time. It's just always the same shit on fucking repeat all the time. And they were unfortunate enough to not have realized where that came from, which was from, like, television, movies, and fucking government, whatnot, all that shit. You know, we were all programmed to think a certain way. But I broke through that shit as a child. Because I fucking know better. This is the one life we fucking have, dude. We have one life, the only life we have. Why waste it? You know? Why be a slave for someone else so they can go on vacation every month while you can barely support your fucking starving children? You know? Is that the life you want to live? No. Is that the life society wants you to have? Absolutely. It's just fucked. It's a fucked up world we live in, dude, okay? That could be a whole fucking other conversation for a different day, but again, people are scared of that because they can't be alone. And when they are alone, they don't like the thoughts they have. And that's okay. I don't like the thoughts I have too, dude. If I were to be honest about, like, how many times I've actually thought about killing myself, like, you know, since, I guess, getting out of high school up to the age of 25, I would probably be in some sort of, like, witness protection type shit, to be honest, just based off that alone. Like, it's pretty damn often, you know? Rather it be waking up, going to bed, or I'm just having a bad day or something. You know, those are the thoughts I have quite often. Like, quite fucking often, dude. Like, it happens a lot. I don't want to say, like, how many times, like, in a month span, because it's different every month and whatnot, but yeah, that's just an example of things you would just have to get used to if you want to be quote-unquote free and whatnot, and to be able to think freely and all that shit. That's why people are scared of it, dude. They don't look at you like a monster. They just look at you like something they can't be, but they want to be. And I just find that really fucking sad. Because, like, if I could do it, you could do it too. They're just so scared to do it. But just do it. Just do it. It would be one of the better choices you've ever made in your entire life. You also might potentially want to kill yourself a couple times. So do be aware of that. Maybe do it, you know, have someone on standby or something just to make sure you're not doing anything crazy. But it is true. When they're like, when you look at the abyss and the abyss stares back or whatever, you know, you have to let the abyss stare back at you. But you have to analyze it. Don't get scared of it. Don't, like, full on acknowledge its existence. But just analyze it. You know? Think about those thoughts. Really have thoughts about the thoughts you're having. I know this fucking sounds crazy, but it's fucking true, okay? You know, you gotta face your demons, dude. And realize that, you know, we're all programmed to think a certain way so we can be controlled. You know? I won't get more into that right now, but it's the truth, dude. It's the truth, like it or not, it's the truth. Also, I guess the new Fortnite update came out already. God damn it, I haven't played this new season, like, at all. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Anyway, sorry for talking so much. Maybe I'm not. You know, there's a lot of you guys here, at least on the YouTube side of things. I haven't checked Kick yet, to be honest. You know, there's a lot of you here, and I feel like if you didn't like me rambling randomly, then you wouldn't be here right now. Let's be honest, most of you that are waiting for the actual episode to take place, you would have left already. To be honest. Either that, or you're really desperate to see what happens, I guess. But I doubt that's the case. I don't think my series is that impactful, and if it is, let me know, I suppose. But I do apologize, though, that it's so late, and I've been talking for so long. Usually I don't talk this long, but I've been getting into some pretty crazy subjects. And, you know, again, I haven't been talking a lot this week, so I guess it does make sense on why I'm just kind of letting all these thoughts out now, I suppose. All I wanted to do was just give a quick update, being like, I'm going to fucking bank tomorrow afternoon. Here we are, fucking... how long has it been? How long have I actually been talking for? 2 hours on the dot. Fuck my life. Holy shit. Okay. That's crazy. That's too long. I'm sorry. My throat's drawn up. I need some water. That's like an entire podcast of just me. That's fucked. I'm so sorry I did that to all of you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry if you're enjoying it, I guess. Even with all the ups and downs, but yeah, usually I don't talk this long. This is a very long time. I might just have to retitle this. I don't even know what I'd retitle it, but for those of you that have stuck around for the actual episode, I feel like I have to give you at least a little bit of something. You know, considering it's been this long, we've just been looking at the fucking main menu of my home screen. You know? I feel like I feel like you guys deserve that a little bit. But I also am supposed to be, like, going to bed literally, like, right now. And I have an appointment at 2. So I'm kind of conflicted on if I give you what you deserve or if I do what I need to do. A moral dilemma, if you will. I guess I could make the next episode longer. You know? But there's so many people here right now, dude. God damn it. Well, please subscribe if you are new, by the way, and if you've been enjoying me talk. Like, just 100%, just like actually, like genuinely, you're one of the people watching right now, and you've been here for longer than 5 minutes. Please subscribe, drop a like, mostly just subscribe though. That's all I really care about for you guys at the moment right now. But just genuinely, just let the algorithm know that you do enjoy stuff like this, and that also I know that people do enjoy, you know, these moments. Because if the algorithm doesn't know, then, I mean, if I know, the algorithm doesn't have to know. Like, if I can know, but the algorithm needs to know so that it can actually send it out to more people like you, essentially. For the people that really just like to hear me talk, you know, if you show the support on this specific video at these moments, where it's just been me talking, it will help the algorithm tell people that, you know, people like this style of content on my channel, essentially. Without that information, It doesn't know those things. It runs like little tests here and there. I don't know if you guys know how that works. I should probably explain that at some point, but scan with just one click. No, antivirus, I don't think I will. You're breaking my shit by opening yourself without being asked to. Sit the fuck down. This is gonna be stuck on my screen for like 5 minutes because it's how fucking slow it is. God damn it. Well, I guess that could be this might have to be the cutoff point, depending on how long this lasts. Why my antivirus decides to pop up, be like, oh, you can scan at any time, huh? Yeah, I know that, dude. The point of having you is to scan when I'm not scanning. You don't tell me to scan. You're supposed to be doing that in the background anyways. Stupid asshole. God. Can you tell I'm tired? Oh shit, goes to space. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you said goodnight. Have a good night, brother. I'm sure that was like 30 minutes ago. I apologize that I didn't see that earlier. Yeah, have a good night, brother. I don't know if you're male or female, so I'll just call you brother anyways. Because it doesn't matter to me. Hold on. I'm about to get canceled. How do I come back from this? I say it like my use of swearing, you know? It's like, it's just more words to put on to like express myself, you know? Your gender is important to me and whatnot, but if I call you bro, that doesn't mean you have to be a dude. I just say bro as a word to use, okay? Alright? Am I good? I'm not gonna get canceled anymore? Please don't get me canceled, okay? It's been 12 years, please. Please, I've been doing this for 12 years. Don't cancel me now. That wouldn't be good, dude. Cancel me after I die. For all the shit I fucking said when I was making Fortnite videos. Okay, I think I've saved that a little bit. Not like I'm saving this fucking quality, dude. Like, this shit's fucking breaking. I'm gonna feel so bad if I just go to bed like I realistically should, but at the same time, like, I feel like I have to give you guys a little bit of something. Why is my antivirus popping back up? Dude, Ghost, I thought I told you not to fucking hack me. He said you were going to bed, but he lied. He was hacking into the mainframe. For fuck's sakes. My computer can't handle just applications popping up like this. I hope my computer fucking knows this. That's why I can't even open up File Explorer to pull up a fucking document. Because my computer's too slow and now everything's fucking frozen. Because my antivirus just wants to pop up to tell me, oh, they got a special fucking deal going on. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. You do what I need you to do, and that's all you gotta do. Is to make sure I'm not getting hacked and there's no viruses. That is it. That's all you gotta do. Don't tell me there's like 30% off your bullshit. I don't care. Now there's just a big black fucking box in the middle of my screen. I can't even see the quality. Aside from when I hit 0, I guess, because all the numbers disappear. So that was easy to tell that one. Oh god, I'm sorry everything's fucking breaking right now. This is fucking crazy. I can't make this shit up. I can't. I think that's my computer saying it's tired of me fucking rambling for fucking 2 hours. I never talk this long, dude. I never do. Even like before sex, I don't fucking talk this much. To be honest. Then again, you don't need a lot of words anyways, so. Trying to close this, still not closed yet. Come on, antivirus, get out of here. I don't care. I don't want what you're selling. That's not true. I just don't want your paid subscription. Because I don't need it. I think all it does is literally delete files for you. I think that's all it fucking does. Which you pay the subscription. Like, I don't give a fuck. The second I upgrade this computer, dude, I'm throwing this shit away, or I'm giving it to like my number one fan. I don't give a shit. But this computer fucking sucks balls. Don't buy it. Never have it. Don't get specs like this. Just don't do it. Okay? Not worth it. Your phone's better than this shit. My fucking iPhone like 7 that I have right now is better than this computer. That's an iPhone 7, by the way. I can't even download most apps because I'm not on iOS 16 or higher. I'm on iOS 15, I think, right now. I can't go higher than that. They are still doing bug fixes for iOS 15, though, which is cool. They don't just completely cut off your services like they used to. But yeah, it sucks because it's not like Android. It doesn't matter how old your Android phone is. If it's not like 10 years old, usually you can still get like the most recent updates. Usually. That's why I'm not too big on Apple, because like after your phone's like fucking like 3 years old, dude, you can't fucking like you can barely do anything anymore. Still better than my computer. But yeah, I don't know. I'm torn between I need to go to fucking bed, and I'm sorry for talking so much, but also we haven't even got to the content yet, and I want to give you guys a little something, but a little something can turn into the next 2 hours. And now all of a sudden it's like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. Now I'm gonna wake up fucking late. Now I'm gonna be late, and now my appointment's gonna get fucking canceled. Now I have to wait until next week, and I don't want that. I feel like at least because I have a meeting to go to tomorrow, I should just kinda, be like, fuck it, I need to go to bed, so like I should go to bed. Rather than you guys deserve content because, I cannot miss this appointment, dude. I cannot miss the appointment I have booked. I cannot miss it. There's only one time slot available. If I miss it, I'm waiting until next week, and that could be like fucking like 7 days. That could be next Friday. I don't want that. I want this shit ready to go. Because I want next week to be the way I want it to go. And that's getting me in the position that's ready to actually start making money off my business. And then I can make better content. And also get better equipment. Better content, better equipment, maybe a little bit less time. It'd be like, for those of you that know my schedule, because I don't know where I posted it on YouTube. I don't think I did yet. But I have like 2 time blocks, basically. We have like the earlier parts of the day and like the later parts of the day, which is why I apologize for being so late today, because I got here at like 11 p.m. or whatever. But, usually I keep saying like if I'm not here in the earlier part, then I'm usually here in the second part of the day, essentially. So I feel like, even if I am making money with my business, getting clients, all that shit, fucking, running some shit, making shit happen, I feel like I would still be around the later half of the day anyways. It may be for like a little shorter of a time, We might not go for like, sometimes on weekends we go for like 5-6 hours, maybe a little bit longer, depending on what we're doing. But usually it's around like 2 to 3 on average. That's kind of like the good range to get to. Usually anything after 4 hours is kind of just too long for some people. And anything shorter than an hour just doesn't make fucking sense half the time. Unless you immediately start up another episode or something afterwards. But yeah, for like 99% of content creators, that is roughly where you want to be. At least for YouTube. Twitch is different. Twitch, they want you on there like 8 to 9 hours every fucking day, 6 days a week type shit. So it's different depending on the platform you're on. But yeah, YouTube's around like 2-3 hours or so, depending on what's happening and how much people are enjoying it. And yeah, it also depends on the day of the week as well. Weekends are usually longer. And more people are around for longer anyways, because it's the fucking weekend, Versus like if I were to fucking start streaming at like 4 a.m. for like 4 hours, like almost no one's going to watch that because people are going to work, or people are going to school, or people are doing whatever, coming home from work sometimes even. So now they're going to bed for 8 hours, So, well, don't get too discouraged. If next week does go in my favor, and if all of this goes in my favor, don't think about it like I'm just gonna disappear forever. That is 100% not gonna happen. Things might just get a little bit slower, or I might actually fucking take a day or 2, or maybe even 3 off of making content. Because I'll be honest, even when I am working like a normal job, I don't stop making content. I just don't. I usually try to make a video before I go to bed. Even after work. Just finish like a 9-hour shift, come home, make some fucking dinner, and then immediately start making content for another like 2 hours. And then I go to bed. It's very exhausting. But, unless I'm like physically sick or I just got too much happening or I'm just literally AFK and whatnot, I still try to make content. Like if I'm physically have the time, the energy, and the ability to, then I will. Because not a lot of people know this, but I've been doing this since I was a kid. I think I was 13 when I started, so yeah, 12 years. Which means I don't play games for myself anymore. I just don't do that. Aside from like a mobile game for like fucking 10 minutes in the morning or fucking whatever, if I'm having a hard time pooping on the toilet, then I'll do that too. But I don't play games like just for personal benefit. I don't do that. It doesn't feel the same doing that. Anything over like 30 minutes just feels like I'm just wasting my fucking time. So, then I watch a lot of YouTube in my spare time. That's really what my spare time is watching YouTube. Learning new shit. 90% of my watch time on YouTube is learning shit. How to run a business. How to do something. Like YouTube tricks. Really whatever. Whatever it may be. And then the other 10% is like actual entertainment. Like Smitty and Good Mythical Morning and Smosh and whatnot. Yeah. But that the majority of my day is just learning new things that I can actually use on a day-to-day basis, essentially, and just new skills, new lessons, stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of people don't seem to understand that for some reason. Not sure why, but yeah, because I started doing that as a kid, I can't play games just to play games. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting my time when I do that. It's not the same, Like, the most I could really do is maybe play like a round or 2 of Marvel Rivals, or like, I don't know, farm Corvette pieces in No Man's Sky for like 20 minutes. Or maybe 30, I don't know, but yeah, it's just everything I do is for content usually, and whenever I'm not making content, I'm usually just learning something. That's quite literally it. I know, not very exciting life I fucking live, but I just want to explain that because people seem to get the wrong idea sometimes. And I don't want people to have the wrong idea. But yeah, if you did enjoy me rambling for literally too long, drop a like and please subscribe if you are new. Please, 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 please. You see those blue bars on the top right there? Not the green ones, but those blue ones? Those are the YouTube goals, okay? Currently, right now, I need to update it, but we're like 100 watch hours away from hitting that goal, and then all we need is like 300, 400, 300. My math sucks, but like 300 more subscribers, basically. It might be 400 because I'm not good at quick math, even though it's not that hard. But I'm tired as fuck. I've been talking too long. My brain is overstimulated, apparently, because I'm just fucking yapping and yapping and yapping. But, excuse me. When we hit those goals, I'm able to get ad revenue again, which means I'm able to get paid for the content I make without you guys having to do anything. You just have to click on the video, and then I get a little bit of revenue. It's different per video. I'll go into that at a different time. But yeah, just please, help me towards that goal. If you are actually genuinely enjoying just hearing me ramble about some random bullshit, just please subscribe. Please. Because I haven't been paid off content for 7 entire years out of the 12 years I've been doing this for. Okay, do the math. That's too long. So, please. And then I'm able to get back to the community. That's the whole reason why I want to fucking be successful, is so I can give back to everyone that supported me. That's like the number one fucking reason I'm doing it, dude. Most people do it because they want success. They want it all for themselves. Fuck that shit. I want it for all of us. Everyone that supported me, everyone that's been nice to me, fucking everyone that hasn't ruined my life from like a personal standpoint. I want to be able to support people and help people and help them closer to their dreams too and whatnot, and make their life on this somewhat hellish fucking landscape we live on just better, just a little bit better. Before I die, I at least want to like help people the best I can. And unfortunately, you can't do that without money. I mean, there is things I could do without money, I suppose, but it's very limited. Versus like donating to charities every month. Here's a fucking like $100,000 to like, what's the one in November? Movember, for like men's mental health awareness and testicular cancer and whatnot. I'm a man. I deserve to support other men for being men. Because we're men, and we have balls, and balls have problems. And so does your wing wang. It's got problems too. A lot of men have like suicide problems too. I want to be able to support shit in my life before I die. I don't even know what to do with that amount of money, anyways. So, yeah. I just don't want all of you guys to think like I'm just gonna be like everyone else and just make it to the top and then you just never hear from me again. Unless I get fucking assassinated, I guess. But, I plan to give back to everyone that supported me, so. If you're someone that hasn't supported me, and you're a hater, and you hate me, then I won't support you, and fuck you, and, yeah. Thank you for pushing me to do better, I guess, and ruining my life, and, breaking into my homes and whatnot, stealing my girlfriends from me, and fucking scamming me and hacking me and whatnot, all that shit, Thanks, I guess. But I'm not gonna be supporting those type of people. Just, I have my fucking morals here. But everyone that's been good. I got y'all. Assuming I make it to the top. Y'all gotta help me get there too, so. Yeah, anyway. I think I've said too much. I've said enough. I really need to go to bed soon. So, yeah. I'm gonna smoke this real quick and we'll see what happens in a moment. But yeah, in the next like 20 minutes probably. 20 minutes or sooner. Again, I'm sorry that we didn't actually get to the actual episode. I apologize, but shit happens, okay? I can't make this shit fucking up, dude. I can't make anything up, dude. I don't even know how to. I can't even lie, because it just takes so much fucking thought. My brain's thinking too much as it is. You think I have the fucking brain capacity to fucking lie about shit too? Fuck that. I don't have the fucking energy for that. Unlike a lot of people who just like scheme up fucking shit, but I can't do that, bro. I just can't do it. I really can't. I'm thinking about too much shit, like real world fucking shit. Like I'm gonna die at some point. You know? What am I gonna do with my life? What are the things I want to do before I die? Or do I want a family? You know? I don't have time to think about fucking lying to people, fucking being fake and shit. I don't have fucking time for that. I don't need to worry about myself. So the fucking opinions of other people. I really don't give a fuck. If you hate me, hate me. I don't care. That doesn't affect me. If you break into my house and hold me at fucking like gunpoint or something, yes, that affects me because you hate me, but that's different. But if you like hate me online or whatever, or like in person, you know, it doesn't really affect me, dude. Cool. I probably don't like you either anyways then. You know? What now? Just never talk again? Cool, great. Move on with your life. Instead of just fucking coming in my comments and shit, or like in my posts, like Facebook and everything, being like, oh, this guy sucks, dude. Like, bro. I don't do this to your life, so why do it to mine? Honestly. Like, why? What's the benefit? To make yourself feel better? For making someone else feel like shit, dude? I don't understand how that shit works. What's the point? At what point do you decide you've had enough? You know? Anyway, that's gonna turn into a whole fucking another conversation. But yeah, we're definitely gonna end it in the next like 10, 20 minutes or sooner. But yeah, I'm sorry for talking so long. Again, I normally don't talk this long. Usually I just kind of do my intro and then that's about it. Because usually I'm too tired by the time we end it, and I just, you know, usually that's just it. Usually I don't have enough energy to give an outro half the time. It's not like editing where I could just slide in an outro when it's done. Because that's just like copy and pasting usually. So yeah, you know, I apologize for moments like that too, where I just kind of end it randomly. But again, shit happens. I'm not perfect. I had sleep issues for 8 years. You know, I wasn't able to fucking sleep at night. I literally slept when the sun came up. Okay, that shit ruins your life. Especially if it's for 8 years. I don't even want to think about how many years that took off my life, dude. There's probably like fucking 30 years that took off my life. Or more. Just some sleep issues I had for 8 years. And then I was getting sick like every fucking month for like 4 years. So, you know, bear with me, okay? I'm trying to get back to a normal life again. Finally. After... It's been 13 years, realistically. That I've been dealing with problems non-fucking stop, so... You know. If I'm tired at night, so be it. At least I can fucking sleep at night again. I can wake up kind of early. Not like 5, 6 a.m. type of early. I can't do that. I wasn't built for that. I tried to do that with Amazon. Didn't work. That's actually where my sicknesses started coming from. I think, actually. Was pushing myself too far. Past my capabilities. Just because of what people wanted me to do. Unfortunately, the world doesn't work like that. I can't do something that you want me to do if I can't do it. Like, I physically cannot do that. Why, like, you know? Was not built for that. And if you hate me for it, so be it. But I have my lifestyle, you have yours. Yeah, I was built for what I was built for, and that's making content, spreading a message, spreading some light to the world, little by little, helping each person one step at a time until I die. That is quite literally my entire life purpose. So, don't hate me too much. Because I can actually fucking sleep at night now, and I'm not just fucking making videos till like 6 a.m. anymore. Because I just can't I physically can't do that anymore, dude. After like 7:30, 8 p.m., I just get extremely fucking tired out of nowhere, excuse me. Which is still too early. I need to fix that still. I need to force myself to stay awake instead of like laying down for like 30 minutes or some shit. Maybe I'm just at the age where naps just become like a part of life, where I just need to start taking like a 20-minute power nap every day or something. I don't know. Because that shit does actually work. That gives you an extra like 4 hours to fucking do something with it. But yeah, just don't hate me too much, okay? I'm not perfect. I've been fucking struggling most of my life, so I don't have it as bad as other people. Some people are getting like fucking bombed every fucking day. They don't even know if they're gonna fucking survive the night. Because they feel like they're gonna get fucking bombed through their fucking roof. Like actual bombs, I don't have it the worst. I certainly don't have it near the best at all. But I do what I can with what I have. And yeah, I'm a survivor. I survived this long. I'm gonna keep pushing. I won't get into that because I'm gonna start talking about death and whatnot. I don't want to think about that before bed. It's the kind of shit I think about as it is. Just fucking staying silent and whatnot. Just, trying to sleep. It's usually where my mind goes, is shit like that. Which is, another reason for my sleep issues. But anyway, I don't know. My life's been getting better this month. This month? Damn, crazy. This year. From like a physical and mental standpoint, this has been, I think, my best year out of my entire life. 25 years of living, which is fucking depressing. Every time I say that, dude, it's so fucking depressing, but it's true. Physically and mentally, this is one of the better years. Even though a lot of bad shit has happened. I lost my fucking grandma in April. The start of April. The woman that raised me after I lost my mother. Like a lot of bad shit has happened this month. But fuck, why do I keep saying that? This year. But again, from physical and mental standpoint, it's been one of the better years. 100%. And I think that's due to me like being single the past like 3 years instead of just jumping to the next relationship as I would tend to do. A lot of us do that because we just don't like to be alone and whatnot. But I just, I didn't have time to think for myself. I was always thinking about them and what to do for them and how to make them happy all the time. Instead of thinking about like, what makes me happy? What do I want to do? And here I am fucking building my own business and shit. I wouldn't have done that if I was still in a relationship. To be honest, I wouldn't have that thought process. I wouldn't be able to think like that. Let alone have the time to fucking research all this shit, learn all these lessons. I have learned over like 50 different lessons. I have probably hundreds of pages of notes I've taken throughout the past like year or two. Maybe even longer than that, because this technically started at the apartment when I learned how to build websites. Just randomly, too. Because we always hear the things where millionaires and billionaires are always like, learn a skill. Keep learning skills. And I was like, what the fuck's the point? But fuck it, I'll try it. So I learned how to build websites, build an online store and whatnot. And then I realized I have nothing to actually sell, so why did I waste my time doing that? For like a whole week, I spent like fucking 12 hours a day. One of them was like fucking 17 hours. By the way, crazy. Where I was just learning this random skill for no reason. And sure enough, that's like the main point of my entire brand new business that I'm starting. Is like building websites. That's like the main point, other than like social media posts and whatnot. I, you know, would I have done that if I just rebounded to the next relationship again? Probably not. More than likely not. There's like a, I don't know, like a 2% chance maybe I would have, but I don't know. As lonely as it has been, 3 years, that's a long time. I've been learning a lot. And I don't mean like I'm becoming fucking gay or some shit, okay? Please don't fucking think that. I'm like, I know the jokes I make and, the way I speak may say otherwise, but I am one of the straightest people on this fucking planet, okay? I wouldn't even, like, hug Ryan Reynolds, who's, like, one of my favorite people ever. I don't even want to hug him, dude. I don't want to hug him at all. I want to, like, shake his hand, maybe have a coffee or something. That's as far as I would go with that. To meet, like, one of the people I want to meet before I die, just because they're just fucking awesome. You know? I don't see attraction in the male species whatsoever. And that also includes myself, unfortunately. I don't know what makes a man look good, I don't understand that shit. Hairstyles, the way they dress, the way they act, I don't know and I don't care. I'm who I am, you know? But like a lot of straight people are always like, yeah, that guy looks good. Does he? I don't know. I can't see if he looks good. Does he have a lot of money? Yeah. Is he an actor? Sure, I guess, but I don't know if he looks fucking good, dude. I don't know what any man looks good, bro. I don't know. Just please don't think that when I fucking say shit like that. Or I'm learning a lot about myself and whatnot. Just don't think about it that way, because it's not true. Like I said, I don't even see attraction in myself because I'm a dude. So, yeah. That's how bad it is sometimes. I also just like women. Hate me if you want to, I guess, but I don't know. Women just look good. They also know things that I don't. You know? I also just don't like wing-wangs as well. You know? Like the whole, like, femboy thing, dude. Fucking hate it. I don't understand, dude. You have to be at least somewhat gay if you like femboys. Sorry, not sorry, I guess, but I mean, like, come on, dude, it's a dude. It's a dude that looks like a woman. I mean, if they look enough like a woman, I guess, like, your brain could get confused, technically. Because, like, it looks like a woman, but it's not underneath. But anyway, I won't get into that conversation right now, but yeah, I don't even understand that whole thing. Because some straight guys are all like, yeah, I'd do shit with a femboy. I don't know, dude. I don't think you can be straight and do shit with a femboy, bro. That doesn't make sense. If it's got a wing wang, it's got a wing wang, dude. I don't care how big the titties are. It's got a wing wang, bro. Don't go to Thailand, by the way. Anyway, now that we talked about that for no fucking reason, yeah, I've run out of subjects to talk about, and I'm tired, and I need to go to bed. And my throat dry as fuck now, which fucking sucks. I don't have enough water for that. I also can't drink enough water to fix that problem, because I have to wake up in like fucking 2 hours just to fucking piss. Which usually fucking wakes me up so I can fucking see what's happening. So, yeah. With that being said, all of that being said, my whole fucking TED Talk on my own, I need to go to bed. I got a meeting in the afternoon in 12 hours. I need to go to bed. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to me rambling this entire time. Sorry. This doesn't happen often. I apologize. I guess I had a lot of random fucking shit to talk about. Even though this all started because I just wanted to say I have a meeting tomorrow. That's the whole reason why I just wanted to fucking say anything. But I don't know. I guess I just wanted to talk about some subjects after the business update, which it happens sometimes, especially after I just don't talk as much for a while. All those thoughts just kind of build up, get them on my chest a little bit. But yeah, with that all being said, I need to go to bed within the next probably 10 minutes. So thank you all for watching. I haven't seen Kick Chat or anything, so if you are over there, thank you as well. We had 60 followers over there, so that's dope. And everyone on YouTube, which is, excuse me, this is actually becoming one of the better videos, honestly. We hit these numbers at times, depending on the series we're doing. Like the No Man's Sky content was doing good. We did some Minecraft content earlier this year that did really fucking good, just randomly, like halfway through it. And then I think the Subnautica series was also doing very good as well. So I'm definitely learning the algorithm better for sure. I'm learning what it wants me to do better, which helps me get seen more. But compared to like 6 years ago, these are still very low numbers compared to what I'm used to. My top viewed video has over 100,000 fucking views. That's a lot to someone that's not like well known. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of views. Imagine if I made money off of that. That would have been probably like $10,000 off of that video that was uploaded like 7 years ago. Has it been that long? Dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if it's been that long. Actually. But yeah. And for those of you that don't know the history behind that video, that's where I first learned how YouTube actually works. So I saw videos that were doing good, literally that exact style, that exact same song, for like a Warframe music video with Hail to the King. And I was like, these videos are doing really good. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own. And it took me like 20 minutes to make an entire Warframe music video for Hail to the King. It took me like 20 minutes. Usually I spend 20 minutes like per hour of footage that I have. Usually. That's kind of like how my editing works and just kind of how slow I am at times. But usually I spend like 20-30 minutes per hour of footage. And most of the time for like a 20-30 minute video, that's like 2 hours of footage that I have to like cut out and sift through and whatnot to, edit it down to 20-30 minutes. That's usually the way it works, but anyway, I keep rambling into fucking different subjects. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Again, just thank you all for listening to me damn, can't I speak anymore? Listening to me ramble for too long. Appreciate it. I'm sorry that we didn't actually get this episode started. People are actually gonna think this shit has been frozen this whole time. But it hasn't been. Which is crazy to think about. The thumbnail's not going to look good. This video isn't going to do too good after it's done. People aren't just going to fucking click on this for no reason. It's not going to happen. Maybe I could change the title. Or I'm just like talking or something. I don't know. But either way, thank you all for watching. Please, if you're watching on YouTube right now, literally right now, please subscribe. Please. You don't have to leave a like if you don't want to. You don't have to do all the extra stuff. But just please hit that little subscribe button. You can unsubscribe in the future if you would like to. Chances are the algorithm is just going to push me to the bottom anyway if you don't like my content, so you won't even see it anyway. But we're on the final stretch that I need to be able to start getting paid again. So if you're here right now, but you don't plan to be here ever again, at least just subscribe, please. Maybe there'll be another video one day where you're like, oh yeah, this guy. That's okay. But we just really need to, really need to fill that bar up there on the top right there. I will update that probably this weekend. Just so it's updated, because we are so close, especially with the watch hours. Dude, that should be done during next week. We should have all 4,000 watch hours in a year, which is fucking crazy to think about with how shitty my content is. But at the moment, okay, it hasn't been 12 years of shitty content. Okay, just the past like 5 years have been very rough. It's been a lot of tough times we've been going through. But yeah, anyway, I said enough. Thank you all. I'm sorry that I keep thanking you. I genuinely am grateful. I really am. And I'd be subscribed if you're watching right now. Just even so I know you're real too. You know, honestly, you don't have to comment or anything. Just click that button. Just click that button. It doesn't take too long. Just do it. I can subscribe to someone random right now just to show you how fast it is. Should I? Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go to my fucking my old ass channel that I don't even use anymore. Oh look, it's me. Cool. Let's just show you how easy this video is from.
Who's the new guy?
Oh, I can't show that though. Hold on. Hello? Here I am trying to show how easy this is. That's crazy.
Throughout the history.
Cool, okay, here's a random video from 11 months ago. Don't even know this guy. Done. See how easy that was? You could do that too, okay? You know, I don't even know this guy. I don't even know this guy at all. This video has 1.4 million views. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Who is this today? Don't know you. Don't know your profile picture. Does not encourage me at all. And yeah, it doesn't even give me more of your videos. Anyway, that's how easy it is to subscribe to something. So just, click that button. Takes 2 seconds. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you again. God damn it, I keep saying thank you. I'm sorry. Have a good one. Stay safe, don't die. And hopefully I'll see you around next time. Hopefully we have good news tomorrow, by the way. Which should mean we have good news for next week too, assuming I do everything right. There is a chance that I fuck it up, but I'm actually gonna take my fucking time. I'm gonna, research everything I need to know before I fuck anything up. And then, yeah, hopefully everything changes next week. Hopefully. I hope so. 130 plus days, dude. It better. It better, dude. That is way longer than I thought it would take. I'm gonna shut the fuck up before I start fucking rambling more. Okay. Yeah, that's it. See you guys. I need to end it before I fucking ramble more. Yeah.